Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay. So, thank you. Hello. Hello. My name's Dan, and I work at Queen Mary University of London, so I'm bringing you greetings from East London. That's me. And what we do in our lab is we apply computer science, machine learning to sound. And in particular, my work is about bird sounds. So here is a bird. You actually can't see it very well in the light, but there's a bird in there. That's a microphone. You can see the microphone. And if you have a bird and a microphone, you can analyse the sound and you can try and work things out. One day we'll work out what they're saying. We will. But if you have a bird here, even if you can't see the bird because of the spotlights, if you have a microphone, maybe you can get a computer to work out what sort of bird it is. Can anyone see what bird it is? Good guesses. Yes, it is a zebra finch. They're very cute, and biologists love them for technical reasons. If you want to take the sound, and work out what it is, can't you just ask a pub audience? Or the thing that people say to me is, can't you just use Siri? Or can't you just use Shazam or SoundHound? You could try. You can try. Feel free. But the reasons why you can't just use those to identify what bird is singing are really interesting and don't fit into 9 minutes. So I'm not going to tell you that at all. I'm going to tell you what happened when we did some of that work. Here's some science. This is the science that we did. That bit there just near the end is really interesting, and I can tell you about that some other time. Firstly, I'll tell you the result. The result is we got a journal article, and so the journal article is obviously the end point. Yes, thank you very much for the whip. What we got was, we take the sounds, we apply some machine learning, and we work out how to automatically detect what bird sound there is, so which species of bird. We got better results than we expected, and I was really happy with that. So, great. Academic job done. But if you're an academic these days, you don't just stop with the journal article, you make an app. So we did. This is something that, I was sort of bowled over by the quality of the results, and I was like, well, okay, maybe it is okay, maybe we can make an app. So we made this app. It's called Warbler. You can download it. It is real. And part of the motivation is, right, so you have a phone. You record a sound, there's the bird singing, and you record the sound, you submit it to the system, and it tells you what bird it is. So that's good for you. But the other thing is that we can do a kind of crowdsource thing where we can aggregate these observations, and this can be like a nice thing for citizen science, for kind of crowdsourcing stuff with machine learning and people helping out with their smartphones, and yeah, this can contribute to research. Great. So that was the plan. And we had people using it from all over the country, and that's great. I'm really happy with every single one of those people who's downloaded it. I'm going to be risky here. Anyone got Warbler? Will do. Okay. I'll be throwing cards out into the audience later. Anyway, so as I said, we're collecting sounds from all over the country, which is great. So what recordings did people collect? People have got smartphones. So, smartphones have pretty good microphones, but, they're going to be noisy. They're not going to be the most professional recordings. But we were sort of optimistic that these are going to be useful recordings that we can use for conservation, we can use them for research. Yes, so where in the world did Steve put my files?
MP3, you should find it. It's probably .wav.
There are actually MP3s in this case, and it's not Eric Satie. Yeah, we could just listen to some Eric Satie, that is absolutely fine. Was it still? No, it wasn't on my memory stick.
Do you want to talk while I find them? Because I've been in your position and it's super awkward.
Okay, so I'm going to talk, aren't I?
That's right, you talk to them.
Oh, okay.
Here's your MP3s.
Oh, the MP3s. I almost said something. Never mind. So the basic story is that we got some sound recordings. We're going to play a little sound recording here. Can you hear it?
Sounds like a job.
So that's kind of quiet, kind of noisy. There's another one. All right, so that was definitely a bird. And the thing is that, we were expecting that. We were expecting that kind of thing. But what happened when we were listening through, we got thousands of these recordings, we were listening through to them, and then we got some recordings that sounded a little bit like this. Beep, 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 See, that's almost pretty good. Yeah.
We'll see how it works.
I've got a lot of those. Because you have to make a sound for 10 seconds, you see. Anyway, one more. So one lesson from this, we as an academic, you do something and then you give it to people. You're like, yeah, this is great. You'll love this, and this is the kind of thing they do with it. So users do quite strange things. So one of the ones that I really appreciated was the kind of feedback we got on Twitter, such as this: tested out the Warbler birdsong app on the squeaky office photocopier. It's either a willow warbler or a great spotted woodpecker. So if you're out there, thank you for submitting this. This is great. Research. Research is always, it always brings you to unexpected outcomes. One of the outcomes that we came to was, I think we probably have the world's largest collection of bird impressions. It wasn't part of the plan, but we'll think of something to do with it. We do also have lots of actual birdsong recordings. I've got to reinforce that because it's not the only thing we've come out with. But silver lining is we are actually making a challenge out of this data. So this might sound a little bit weird. Maybe you think you can tell the difference between a human and a bird, but the difference between a screaming child and a squeaking parrot is actually, when you're just listening to a sound file, it's kind of like harder than you might think. So we're going to teach computers how to do this, and you can join in if you like. So there's a listening game there. And that's it from me. My name's Dan. Thank you.
One more time for Dan Stowell, bird fan! Dan's set has inspired me, so we're going to do a live competition and challenge. I throw this out to all of the audience. What I'd like to do is invite maybe 3 people on stage to come and do their very best bird impressions. Right? And we're going to make this a competition, and this shiny pound coin is a prize. So who can do a good bird impression? Or even a bad one, because if only one of you comes up, you win by default. Right, you're coming up. Come here, sir. You're coming up as well. One more. Let's make this into a competition. Anyone else want to do a bird sound? Good. Right, come on up, please. Oh, see how the light glints off it. Oh, I did polish that a little bit just while I was coming up with this. Right. Hello, welcome. Now, what it is, imagine how they all feel. The people who haven't been, imagine how I feel. Now, what order did you volunteer in? Were you first? You were first. Okay, so I'm going to come down this end. So, the audience, you're going to judge the bird noises, right? And you're going to judge it not by how much you clap and cheer for them the first time, but you do have to clap and cheer for them each individually. We'll come back at the end and I'll get you to rate each one, okay? So that when you do the first one, you don't think, oh, I better hold some back in case the second's even better. All right? And I should also say, because we're doing it by the old-fashioned method of clapping and cheering, that means basically you guys, front 2 rows, are in charge. Because of the inverse square law, if you're twice as far away from me, you're only 1/10 the volume. Also, I don't really know how squaring works. Now, hello. What's your name?
Finlay.
Finlay. Okay, Finlay. Did you invent a fish sandwich at McDonald's? No. What kind of bird are you going to do for us?
I'm gonna make a bird-like noise.
So all of them. A warbler. He's going to do a warbler. So can you give us your? Have I got?
Find out what bird I'm doing.
Yes. No, Dan will know because warbler, right? There is no app. Dan just listens to them because there's not that many users and he's not very busy. He just listens and he types owl say. So, Finley's generic bird noise. Round of applause for Finley, please. That's so good. What? Dan, what was that?
Collared dove.
A collared dove. Racist. Let me come across the front of you there, Finley. Now, hello, welcome to the stage. What's your name?
Lindy.
Hello, Lindy. I'm not going to. What bird would you like to do an impression of?
The lesser spotted London pigeon.
Now, Dan, where something's lesser spotted, is it that no one sees it or it has smaller spots? What does it mean? Come on, you've typed lesser spotted things in and someone sent you a noise and you're pretending your app works. We don't know. Right. The lesser spotted London pigeon noise now coming from Lindy. Round of applause for Lindy, please. Well, you're going to have to try. So, final entrant to the bird noise competition. What's your name?
Tom.
Hello, Tom. Now, what bird are you going to do for us?
Bird-like sound again.
It's good. I like it. No, we're testing Dan with these, so I like it when you do these. So let's have your bird-like sound. It's good. Round of applause to Tom, please. I think you undersold yourself. Dan, what was that?
We're going to go with willow warbler.
Willow Warbler. You're the one out the photocopier from earlier. Now, we're going to work out who's winning the shiny pound. All for the shiny pound. This lot not bothered over here. You guys are like, I could buy like 1/10 of a pint with that. Being a scientist, get quite drunk off it. Now, so, who thinks that Finley did the best bird noise by clapping and cheering? Some enthusiasm from the high-voiced people. He's doing wait. I like the way that it's a little bit asthmatic as well. Now let's go to the middle. Let's find out how many of you thought Lindy did the best bird impression. Crikey. Now let's go to the end with his generic bird noise that we decided was a willow warbler. How many of you thought Tom was the best? Well, it's Tom by miles, isn't it? No. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Lindy. Please thank all of our guests. Thank you guys. We're all done with the bird competition. Congratulations. All hail the winner. of the random making a bird noise competition. At Miss World, they serenade the winner at the end, so I thought I'd do a bit of the same. But I'm not good at singing or making up songs on the spot. So that was why it didn't rhyme. What are you going to do with your shiny pound? Donate it to the RSPB, of course. Right.